Most people picking an IT career right now are making the decision based on what sounds cool, what their friend is doing, or what showed up first on Google. And that is a problem because the data tells a very different story about which IT careers are actually growing, which ones are quietly dying, and which ones will still be relevant 5 years from now. This is what this video is all about. No opinions, just what the numbers are showing. Hi everyone, I'm Sirad, an IT support and cybersecurity specialist working here in Frankfurt, Germany. Here's why this matters more if you are in Germany or somewhere in Europe, because I give you my own experience. Germany is in the middle of a significant IT talent shortage. The Bitkom Digital Association estimated a shortage of over 150,000 IT professionals in Germany alone in recent years. And that gap is not closing fast. That means opportunity, but only if you are positioning yourself in the right areas. Because at the same time, AI is compressing demand in some IT roles while creating enormous demand in other areas. If you're picking the right path right now, you are not just wasting time, you are potentially spending 2 or 3 years building skills that the market is starting to need less of. So in this video, I'm going through the specific IT career paths that the data supports right now for Germany, for Europe, and for the broader global market. I will tell you what each one actually involves, what the realistic demand looks like, and which type of person is the best fit for each path. And at the end, I'm going to share one factor that has almost nothing to do with your job title, but has everything to do with how much money you actually make. Stay with me on that one. Before the careers, one data point worth understanding. Germany and Europe's IT job market has two distinct layers. The first is what you see on LinkedIn, the startups, the scale-ups, the tech giants, the SAPs and the Siemenses. The second layer, which most people outside Germany do not think about it, is the Mittelstand. These are the tens of thousands of mid-sized German companies, manufacturing, logistics, engineering, healthcare, finance, that are in the middle of serious digital transformation right now. They are not glamorous, but they are hiring consistently. They offer stable contracts, and many of them sponsor skilled worker visas under the Fachkräfteeinwanderungsgesetz. For expats and international IT professionals, the Mittelstand layer is often the most realistic and most overlooked entry point into the German market. Keep that in mind as we go through these careers. Career number 1, AI and machine learning engineer. By any metric, this is the highest ceiling role in technology right now. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report consistently ranks AI and machine learning specialists among the fastest growing job categories globally. In Germany specifically, demand is concentrated around companies like SAP, Siemens, and the automotive tech divisions of BMW, Mercedes, and Volkswagen, as well as the growing cluster of AI startups in Berlin and Munich. The earning potential is real. Senior ML engineers in Germany are commanding salaries that are well above general IT market average. But the barriers to entry is very high, and I want to be straight with you about that. The roles with the most ceiling typically require a strong foundation in linear algebra, statistics, and software engineering. Many top positions list a master's or PhD as preferred. If you are someone who genuinely enjoys mathematics and programming, the investment is worth it. If you do not enjoy that combination, this is not the path to force yourself into just because it pays well. Misalignment costs more in the long run than a lower salary. At the same time, I would like to know more about you. Please tell me in the comment section at what position or location or stage are you in. I will provide you with detailed responses if you ask me anything. This is the most discussed career in tech and also the one that is changing the most rapidly right now. AI coding assistants are not replacing software engineers, but they are changing what the job actually requires. What German companies are increasingly looking for is not someone who can write perfect syntax. It is someone who can understand a business problem, break it down into a technical architecture, and use AI tools effectively to build and ship solutions faster. The profile that is in demand right now is what is something called a T-shaped developer. By that, I mean a deep expertise in one area, front-end, back-end, DevOps, but with enough cross-functional understanding to work across the stack. The days of being a pure front-end specialist and nothing else era is narrowing. If you're currently in software engineering or considering it, the advice is not to avoid it, it is to broaden your scope deliberately and develop product thinking alongside technical skills. This is probably the most misunderstood role in the list, and also one of the fastest growing. An AI engineer is not training models from scratch, that is the ML engineer's job. And AI engineer takes existing models, the large language models, the vision models, the speech models, and integrate them into real product level applications that businesses actually use. Think automated document processing for a German insurance company. Think intelligence search and knowledge management for an enterprise. Think AI-powered customer support tools being deployed across Europe, retail and logistic businesses, for example, right now. The technical barrier here is lower than ML engineering. The skill set, working with APIs, understanding prompt engineering, building integration layers, evaluating frameworks, is learnable without a PhD. If you are a developer who wants to be in the AI space and you do not want to go back to university, this is the most accessible and fast-growing path available to you right now. Germany has some of the strictest, or the Europe as well, data governance and compliance requirements in the world. Between GDPR, the NIS2 directive that came into effect across the EU, and sector-specific regulations in finance and healthcare, companies are under real regulatory pressure to invest in security. This is not a discretionary budget line, it is a legal and operational necessity. That creates consistent demand for cybersecurity professionals that is largely independent of tech market cycles. The field has a multiple tracks offensive security, including ethical hacking and penetration testing, defensive security, including incident response and threat analysis, and the governance and compliance track, which is particularly active in German corporate environments. One specific area worth highlighting: cloud security. As German enterprises, traditionally cautious about cloud adoption, increasingly migrate workloads to AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, the demand for professionals who understand both cloud architecture and security is rising. If you're looking for a career path that is resilient to automation and has sustainable demand in the Germany and European market, cybersecurity belongs on your shortlist. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Cloud engineering is not the most exciting career to talk about, but the data on demand is consistent and has been for several years. Every organization, from a Mittelstand manufacturer in Stuttgart to a financial institution in Frankfurt to a healthcare provider in Hamburg, is running on cloud infrastructure or moving toward it. Somebody has to architect, deploy, and maintain that infrastructure. In Germany, Microsoft Azure has a strong enterprise adoption because of its integration with existing Microsoft environments that most large German companies already run. AWS has significant market share, particularly in newer and tech-forward organizations. Google Cloud is also growing. The practical advice here is to focus on one platform only. Go deep, get certified, and then layer in a second platform over time. Certifications from AWS, Azure, and GCP carry genuine weight in the German job market, particularly at the mid and senior level. This is a stable, well-compensated career path with no indication of declining demand in the medium term. Here's the part I said I would come back to, the factor that has the biggest impact on your actual compensation in IT, and it is not your job title and it is not your certification stack. It is the industry you work in. Cloud engineer at a non-profit organization and a cloud engineer at a fintech company or an automotive technology division are doing comparable technical work, but the salary difference between those two environments can be significant. In Germany and across Europe, the highest paying sectors for IT professionals are financial services and fintech. Frankfurt is the center of gravity here. Automotive technology, which is massive in Germany, enterprise software, and AI-focused companies at the growth stage. The practical implication: when you are evaluating job opportunities, do not just assess the role, assess the industry and the company's revenue model, because the same skills in a different sector can produce a meaningfully different compensation outcome. This is something most career guides do not make explicit enough. So let me give you the clean summary. If you have a strong mathematics background and want the highest long-term ceiling, the data points toward AI and machine learning. If you want to build products and work alongside AI tools, software engineering or the AI engineer path are both well supported by current demand. If you want long-term stability and something that AI is not going to automate, cybersecurity and cloud engineering are both strong, particularly in the German and European regulatory environment. And regardless of which path you choose, pay attention to the industry you enter. That decision will affect your earnings more than most other variables. One last thing, Germany is genuinely one of the better environments in the world to build an IT career as an expat or international professional right now. The talent shortage is real. The visa pathways have improved a lot. The demand is there, but the people who make it work are the ones who approach the decision analytically. Understand the market, identify where the real demand is, and build toward it with intention. If you're currently weighing up an IT career path or you are in one and thinking about pivot, drop in the comments. I am curious where people are in the process, and I reply to everything. As much as information as I have, I always provide detailed information and responses. If this kind of content is useful to you, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This channel is specifically built around navigating IT careers and expat life in Germany, and there is a lot more coming. I will see you in the next one.